One thing that I love to do for entertainment and a quick laugh is to scour the internet on websites like Metacritic.com, Amazon.com, and GameStop.com to find insane, funny, and troll-like reviews that people leave for video games. And in today's video, we are going to look at insane and funny game reviews for retro games. So strap in, folks, because I've got some pretty insane reviews to go over with you today. Alright, first up we are looking at an Amazon review for Super Mario Bros. On the NES from Amazon user EF. The review is titled, "That Penny You Save is a Lifesaver. Thank you so much for not charging $1,000 for this game. My son wanted it so badly and he doesn't ask for much. I was able to get $1,000 for the kidney I had to sell to get this for him. However, I would have received far less than this if I had agreed to let the surgeon stitch me up. With that penny I saved, I was able to get a piece of Scotch tape." I'll be honest, I don't know what the hell this person's talking about. Let's move on to the next one. Also Super Mario Bros. This time the review is on Metacritic.com from Metacritic user Fake Robot Gamer. "It's sad they re-released this regressive garbage that teaches impressionable gamers that women are objects to be rescued and won, cementing a toxic and horrible trope that legions of subpar games have lazily copied." Wow. Really? Really? Dude, or lady, or whoever, you are analyzing Super Mario Bros. Way too much. I mean, it's a video game that came out on the NES. Yeah, you're rescuing Princess Peach from Bowser. What's the big deal? There's video games where you play as a female rescuing men. There's video games where you play as a man rescuing women. There's video games where you play as a monster rescuing another monster. Anyways, let's move on to the next review. Next up, an Amazon review for Super Mario Bros. 3 from Amazon user TLOU. The title of this review is Blood. "The game sucks and it's not realistic. This game would be fun if it had blood, and if Mario died instead of being defeated, then it would be more realistic and fun. But I can't blame the people from the 1980s thinking blood was too violent. That's bull and this game sucks." There is so much wrong with this review. They're saying that Super Mario Bros. 3 is a bad game because it didn't have blood and violence in it.
It's that violence in me.
It's a 2D platformer about a plumber in an alternate reality saving princesses from dinosaurs. I mean, what do you... I don't understand. Why do you want the game to have blood in it? And let me say something else. A game doesn't have to have blood and violence in it to be good. Super Mario Bros. 3 is one of the best 2D platformers ever made. It's just absolutely fantastic. It is a timeless classic. It does not need blood in it. And also they said I can't blame people from the 1980s for thinking it was too violent. First of all, Super Mario Bros. 3 was released in the United States in 1990, not the 80s.
Boom. Roasted.
Second of all, even during the 80s and 90s, there were freaking horribly violent movies all over the place on TV and in theaters. Super violent video games still during that era. That has nothing to do with it. Let's just move on to the next one. Next up on Amazon from Amazon user John Hoffman. This is a review of Super Mario World. The title is So Overhyped. "People say this game is great. To what extent? It's great horrendousness? If that is the case, then yes. This game is so hard and can't be beat unless cheated after World 6. The game is impossible. Just stick with Sonic on Sega Genesis. The graphics look like NES. Even Genesis is better. Just don't waste time with an SNES console or games." It sounds like this person really hates the Super Nintendo and they really hate Super Mario World. But what I don't get is why they said that you have to use cheats to beat the game after World 6 and that the game is impossible. I've beat Super Mario World several times. I can beat that game pretty much without breaking a sweat. It does have its challenging levels here and there, but for the most part, the game is not that difficult once you learn the game and get good at it. It sounds to me like this person sucked at the game, and just like the last person with Sonic 2 on the Sega Genesis, they decided to go on Amazon and type up a review about how much they hate Super Mario World.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I just don't get people. I just don't get people. But let's move on to the next review. Now this one is a straight up troll review on Amazon for Super Mario RPG. This review was written by Amazon user Flaming Mudkip, and their title of the review is, "It's a me, a Mario, and I need to go kill him myself." Yeah, you can already see where this one's going. This is one of the worst RPGs ever in existence. Besides being easy, it also has an unoriginal plot and crap graphics. I think the Atari 2600 system is more advanced than this game. I mean, what's an RPG without scantily clad women? This RPG has none, except for a princess who is clothed as a feminist is. And Mallow and Gino are loaded with fail, and I don't see why people want them in Smash Brothers, which is a crap game as well. The plot tries to be all original by not centering on Bowser kidnapping and raping Peach, who is called Toadstool for some reason, but on some character named Smithy who is trying to take over the world by getting his stars, whatever, and the battle system is awful as well. I mean, timed hits? For a good Mario game, play Mario is Missing, Mario's Time Machine, or the CDI classic Hotel Mario. If you want a good RPG for the SNES, play Dungeon Master of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Holy crap. It's very clear to me that this person is a troll, but their review, oh man, their review was just all over the place, saying that the Atari 2600 is more advanced than Super Mario RPG, which, by the way, I thought that game had really good graphics. I believe it utilized Mode 7 on the Super Nintendo to do some of the 3D displays and effects in the game, and I thought it looked great. I thought the battle system was fantastic as well. And also, I don't know what the hell they're talking about Bowser kidnapping and raping Peach. It sounds to me like this person needs to get some help.
Stop it. Get some help.
Because, or maybe a job, because it sounds like they have way too much time on their hands if they're going on Amazon and writing troll reviews for products. But you know what? To each their own. Let's move on to the next one. Next up for Ocarina of Time from Metacritic user Ekita. Bad game, bad graphics, bad gameplay, old and dumb. Bad story. Zelda should have given me head after I saved her. I think Ganon has a pretty big dick though. I'll give it a 1 for that. 2 out of 10. Oh, I believe we have another troll on our hands, folks, and that was a pretty funny review. Pretty weird review. Let's move on to the next one. This time we have a review on Metacritic.com for Majora's Mask from Metacritic user Meta Censorship, and their review is, "Okay, wow Nintendo, you're making me beat up kids now? And it has to be some kid that wears a mask because he's ugly or something. Nintendo are blank bullies or something. Anyway, this game's weird and creepy. I think I turned into a tree or something and I was supposed to fight the moon. Not only are Nintendo bullies, but they also trip on acid or something occasionally. Like, what the hell? 2 out of 10, not the moon I was wanting to see. Where's the elf girl?" I don't even know what to say about that one, so we're just gonna move on to the next one. Next up we have Super Mario 64 review on Amazon from Amazon user Casey8. Review is titled, "If you don't have a Game Shark, don't buy this game." Let me just say that I think Mario 64 is a okay game as far as gameplay and graphics goes, but every level gets harder and harder. It's so hard it would take you months to beat it, and by the time you do, you would be white as a sheet from staying inside all the time, and 50% of your muscles would atrophy. Also, the ending really sucks. It ends by Princess Toadstool saying, "Let's make a cake for Mario." Then it's over, so don't waste your time with this game. So they said every level gets harder and harder. Well, guess what? In most video games, it gets progressively harder as you progress through the game. It's not going to be the same difficulty for every single level and never get more and more challenging as you get further and further. That would be bad game design. Second of all, it wouldn't take months to beat the game. Maybe if you're not good at video games or you're just not good at Mario 64. I played that game when I was a kid and I beat it within a few days. So I think you need to evaluate your gaming skills, my friend. Let's move on to the next review. We have another Mario 64 review, this time on Metacritic, and it is from Metacritic user Mr. Game Man MD. What happened to Mario? This game does not reflect the greatness of its predecessors, such as Mario Golf on the PlayStation 1 and Tetris. Like many games in recent times, it suffers from a big problem. There's way too much water. The only thing this game has going for it is its deep storyline involving the girl from Last of Dust and Pokemon Diamond. That is why Mario Dreamcast gets a solid 10 out of 10. That review was a bunch of nonsense, and that person is yet again so very clearly a troll. But you know what? I like these troll reviews. I find them to be very entertaining, especially the ones that are that nonsensical and just don't make any sense. Let's move on to the next one. Next up, Mario Kart 64 Amazon review from Amazon user Pimp Daddy. That tells you everything. The review is titled Mario Crash and Burns. Mario Kart is not fun. There is no secret characters or secret places, I think. I tried the game for an hour and was completely bored. Now I don't like racing games. The producers should have tried a little harder on this game. I was completely unsatisfied. So because of one game, you now don't like racing games. Also, they said there's no secret characters or secret places, but then they said, I think. Don't you think you should do your research a little bit or learn a little bit more about the game before you go on Amazon and write a review? But hey, what do I know? Let's move on to the next review. Now this one is funny. This is an Amazon review for Conkers Bad Fur from Amazon user Smack. Conkers Bad Fur may look like some cute Banjo-Kazooie game, but guess what? It is far more complex than Banjo-Kazooie. This little twerp pees on his enemies, swears, gets drunk, poses as an army guy, and does other stupid things. This is not a game for children to be playing. He even has sex with girls in some movies. Parents, don't even consider buying this for your 5-year-old. In fact, not even when they're 17. Oh my God, the stupidity of people blows me away. We have a rating system here in the United States, and Conkers Bad Fur got a big old rated MA for mature. It is printed right there on the freaking box, and I think it might even be printed on the cartridge. So why in the world would you buy it for your kid if it's rated MA for mature? I don't understand. It's right there on the box, just like movies have ratings on them. All you got to do is look at the rating. So you know what? But you know what? People do that all the time. They don't pay attention. They buy games for their kids, and then they try to blame the game whenever they're the ones that bought the game for their kids because they weren't paying attention. Let's move on to the next review. Next up is a review for Kirby 64 from Metacritic user Bob. This game is possibly the worst thing I have ever played. Don't buy it ever. It is just a piece of crap. I still wonder why people pay so much for it on eBay. I burned mine in a bonfire. Never ever play this game. It's just dumb. Who wants a side scroller on a 3D system? Wow, what a dumb review. First of all, why don't you go into a little more detail as to why it's a bad game, why it's a dumb game, why you don't like it, instead of using all these vague statements. And I'm sorry that you burned your game in a bonfire, which is also stupid because you could have sold it on eBay and made a little bit of money off of it. You even said yourself you don't know why people are paying so much money for it on eBay. So why would you just burn money like that if you don't like the game? But I think that you have established yourself very well. Also, why would people not want to play 2D side scrollers on a 3D system? I mean, what's wrong with that? It's a game system. You can make 2D side scrollers with better graphics because the system is more powerful. It could even be a 2D side scroller with 3D graphics. What's wrong with that? But, you know, everybody has their own opinion, so that's cool. Moving on to the next one. Next up is a Metacritic review for Hey You Pikachu from Metacritic user Ryan M. The voice activating is creative, but this game really does just plain suck. Terrible gameplay. I was just about ready to chuck the TV out the window and shoot it repeatedly with my shotgun. Oh wow. This game has absolutely no point other than to make people cry. Absolute horror. The only way this game could get a 10 is if it is used as an Osama bin Laden torture device. Now I will admit, Hey You Pikachu is not really a good game, so they're not wrong there. But I found their review to be very entertaining. The fact that they're talking about wanting to throw their TV out the window and then shoot it repeatedly with their shotgun, and that the game should be used as an Osama bin Laden torture device. That also tells you when this review was written too. But oh man, some of the stuff people write whenever they don't like a game, it makes me smile. Next review. Next up is Mario Party 3 on the Nintendo 64. Metacritic review from Metacritic user BS. Chick game, all-round sissy game, sissy challenges, and a way more than a sissy price. The so-called hard mode can be beaten by a blindfolded chimp, guaranteed. Yet again, a review has left me speechless. I don't even know what to say, so we're just going to go to the next one. This review comes to us from Metacritic user Sophie, and it is for Parappa the Rapper on the PlayStation 1. Eek, it's so wrong. Slurp it, suck it, I know you all like it. Long and chewy, occasionally gooey. Yeah, your little slippery thing, our tastes so good all the time. With lyrics like that, I gotta say I'm speechless. Come on, Sophie. Parappa the Rapper doesn't have lyrics like that, does it?
Yeah, that little slippery thing tastes so good all the time. Slurp it, suck it, I know you all like it.
Slurp it, suck it, I know we all like it.
Long and chewy, occasionally gooey. Roll it on your spoon, create your own boom.
Roll it on my spoon, create my own boom.
Thanks, brother, for letting me understand that a man must understand to keep his options open.
What the hell was that?
Okay, so maybe it does have lyrics like that. Oh, I think I'm going to play some Parappa the Rapper after this. That sounds entertaining. So there you have it, folks. Some funny, insane, and ridiculous reviews for some classic retro games and some not so classic retro games. I found a lot of these reviews to be very entertaining and hilarious, and if you also found them to be funny, please let me know by hitting that like button to let me know you liked the video. Also, let me know in the comments down below if you like this funny reviews series, if you've seen any of the older funny reviews videos and you want me to keep going with it, because to be honest with you, the view count was going way down on those videos, which is why I took a break from it for a while. But if you would like me to pick that series back up with some more modern games, I would love to do it. I just need to know you guys are interested, so let me know that in the comments down below. If you're new here and you liked what you saw in today's video, consider subscribing so that you can join the Retro Wolf family. And as always, folks, stay safe out there, keep playing games and having a good time, and I will see you all in the next video. Later.